guys, welcome back to 6++. My name's Lee and today I'm joined by Tom.
Hello.
And today we're going to be bringing you a 2,000 point competitive battle report featuring Death Guard and...
Drukhari.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, guys. We've played a couple of times before.
We have.
It's gone either way. So we're really looking forward to sort of bringing a game to you guys and sort of demonstrating what each of these lists can do. It'll be the first time on channel for me showing the Death Guard, and it's the first time on the channel completely for the Drukharis. So it's going to be really good. So without any further ado, let's get into the list.
Awesome. So today I have two patrols. I am running Curseblade Witches and Blackheart Cabal, and quite a lot of mercenaries in there as well. So it's an interesting list. It's designed to sort of be everywhere and contest everywhere, and it's designed specifically to be able to be very flexible in doing actions, especially with the new secondaries in mind as well.
Yeah, no, it looks scary. There's certainly a lot of it.
There's a lot of it.
And I look at mine, I feel like for a Death Guard, I mean, I've got quite a lot, but suddenly compared to yours, it's not very much.
Yeah, they're a bit of a horde right now. Drukhari, this is very much an infantry horde type build. Not too many vehicles, some vehicles, but less than you often see.
And I guess slightly adjusted now, given the fact that the points have
and
some of the rules. Not that you were running some of those anyway.
Yeah, so slightly changed. So I'm not doing Drazar today, I'm doing two Succubi instead. And the Raiders are a little bit more expensive. I don't have loads of Raiders anyway, so it's not massively hit the list. But it is, it's post FAQ and no Dark Technomancers or anything like that. Not that I run that anyway, but yeah.
No, it's a good list. I'm looking forward to playing it.
Absolutely.
So for the Death Guard, quite straightforward as well. So I've just gone for a single battalion of the Inexorable. I just love the Mighty Charge strat. Yeah, that's the main reason why I take that. In the list, I've got the Demon Prince. I think you still can't go wrong with the Death Guard Demon Prince.
He's very, very good.
Yeah, exactly. I've also got a Playcaster. I think the powers are good. I think there's utility in that.
In our games before, he's just been so devastating.
He's always gone big. Coastal Leopard versus a tough 3, maybe tough 2 army.
Just melts.
It does things.
Drukhari, yeah.
I have gone for a number of Poxwalkers. I won't go into it too much. 17, 17, 10. I've gone for 2 lots of 3 Death Roll Terminators. A big block of 10 Death Roll Terminators. Yeah, everybody's favourite. Everybody has the same reaction.
Just can't get rid of it.
2 Boat Drones with Flesh Mowers.
Nice. 2
Playbust Crawlers, and then I've got a Tallyman, and I've got Tallyman's great for those, just for those CP.
So good. Yeah.
Having the sort of the tallying ability to give +1 to hit is still nice.
He doesn't give you CP that often when we play. But
Not
I feel like today he might go off.
Statistically,
he gives you less than you should.
Yeah, certainly gives me less than I should. And then lastly, I've got the Foul Blight Spoiler list as well.
Fantastic.
Used to be a bit more niche. You used to have a lot more things that forced you to fight last.
Yes.
You're seeing now in all the newer codexes that most are having a way to do that. I mean, you've probably got 3 or 4.
I have, so there's at least 2 in the Drukhari list. And do you think the one thing with the Foul Blight Spawn is that he still doubles it up, right? He can still make it fight last and no charge, which can really, with the new sequencing of the FAQ, is the worst possible outcome. So it's still really good as long as he's not completely swamped in you.
Yes. Yeah. So the mission today, guys, is going to be Overrun. So this is a domination mission with 6 objectives.
It's a big fat hold 2, hold 3 mission, guys.
Yeah, exactly. So 5 points fighting 2. Another 5 points if you hold 3, and then you still get the extra 5 if you hold more than your opponent. There are no sort of special extra mission rules to this one, such as moving off the objectives or anything like that. No. So secondaries wise, Tom, what have you gone for?
I have gone for a more defensive set today. I've gone for this is designed to be able to either play offensive spread out everywhere and do scramblers, new scramblers, or defensive with banners and herd the prey, and that's what I'm doing today. So it's going to be raise the banners, it's going to be herd the prey for keeping the opponent out of table quarters, wholly out of table quarters. So I'm hoping the Death Guard is slow will mean that I can sort of organise them a little bit, but we'll see how that goes.
It's a good selection.
And assassinate. The third one's hard. The third one's very tricky against Death Guard. Lee's designed his list really well. There aren't easy picks. In our games, I tend to get 1 or 2 of the characters, so I'm hoping that'll be enough. And with the extra point now for killing the Warlord as well, it's a bit sweeter, so that's what I'm going to do.
Great. So for me, similarly, I've also taken New Assassinate. Tom only has 3 characters, however, they all really need to be in the mix.
And they die.
Exactly. So potentially 10 points if you kill them all, and like I say, you get +1 for the Warlord. And just because they're all there, in my face, there's a good chance that
Yeah.
they will actually die. Whereas mine, I can be a bit more defensive.
That's it. They're the cutting edge for Drukhari, the characters. So
Exactly.
they always come out to play.
Other than that, I've also taken grind them down.
Nice.
I find with Death Guard, it's usually a good one to take because you are quite hard to kill.
Against
this
Drukhari,
list,
yeah.
exactly. It feels silly not to. And the third one I've taken is one of the new ones, which is Warp Ritual. So this used to be, I think it used to be called Psychic Ritual. And you score points by performing a psychic action, warp times 3, within 6 inches of the centre of the board. I used to hate this one because it was very clearly you only got the points when you did them all.
Yeah.
And I find that's quite difficult to do. However, I think doing it twice for 7 points is quite good. Doing it 3 times for 12 points is really good.
Really good, yeah.
And so you're banking those points as you do it. Obviously, you don't have any psychic defense.
I have no way of stopping it.
If I was coming up against a Grey Knight army, I'd probably wouldn't do that. But for this game, I think it makes sense.
Yeah, it's a good combo against Drukhari.
So yeah, we're going to get into the game, and we'll start with someone in a minute. We'll have a roll off. See who goes first.
Yes, we will.
Just like to point out this, guys, if you are enjoying the content, we really would appreciate if you could like the video, subscribe, leave us a comment. It does help the channel to grow and enables us to bring you even more content. So yeah, that would be very much appreciated. Okay, so we have deployed. The Death Guard won the option to choose which side to deploy. So I've taken this side. So that is primarily because we had this blocker, which just meant I could maybe hide a couple of my flesh mowers without the reprisal of some Dark Lances. What I've basically done is spread out along the back line. Death Guard don't really like to spread out, so I'm a bit loath to do that. However, because it's a domination mission, I do have to have things on for 3 objectives. So I guess the key points: sent one of the Plague Bursts right out here to the side. That was to take advantage of this obscuring terrain for basically everything from if I was to go second. Big squad of Blight Lords there, just because this side felt quite weak. I've got the Demon Prince here in the centre. Not a mission where you normally go to the middle. So the reason I've done it is for Warp Ritual. Obviously that doesn't really synergise that well with the primary. But it did feel like an interesting change I just wanted to try out. Another Plague Burst and some more Terminators over this side. Just intermingled with a load of Poxwalkers. And then on Tom's side, what do we have over here?
We've done a very Drukhari thing, which is that we've put quick stuff on either flank that could change its mind about where it wants to be, depending on how the game starts to look. So I've got probably a slightly denser concentration of decent units and anti-tank on this side. That was partly because I liked the angles of the crawler there. We'll see whether that proves to be good or not.
So clever baiting, you see.
Yeah, exactly. So I've been baited over to this side. Good news is, Drukhari, if you decide you don't like that side, you can just fly off somewhere else.
Yeah, he's so quick.
We've got smatterings of infantry all over the place to start putting banners up, and our sort of main concentration of attacking power in the raiders, ready to sort of, again, play either the first or turn deployment more flexibly and see how it goes. So I think having the Terminators on one flank is really interesting. Last game with Lee, they came right down the middle.
Yes.
And I died brutally trying to shift them. So Terminator Blob on one flank is interesting, and I have to make the decision whether to play into it or play around it.
That's good. So Tom, do you want to go first or do you want to go second?
That's a good question. I've been going second a lot lately.
You have been going second a lot.
I've been going second a lot lately. I historically, my general mentality with this is you must be able to do both.
Yes.
And that's how I think about it.
Great.
So I'm gonna play it by ear. I think with Herd the Prey, it's probably quite nice for me to go first, just to have more turns of inaction and to disrupt your movement. But I'm quite happy with either.
Great. Well, do you want to grab 2 dice from over there,
Yeah,
and we'll
let's do
roll
it.
off live?
I'm going to take the Tabletop Tactics one.
Okay. Well, that feels right. All right. Let's do it in this space here. So first time roll off. 5 is pretty good, and a 1. Okay, so I actually wanted to go second.
Oh no!
Just because, particularly if things like grind down, I then have a target.
Yeah. Okay.
So that does make it tougher for me. So yeah, it will be Death Guard turn 1 coming up next. Okay, so we've had the first turn movement phase for the Death Guard. Basically, everything has advanced. Everything was so far away. So Terminators have advanced. These guys have advanced, moved up. This has moved over to get some line of sight. Over here, we've had Tallyman move across, some more Poxwalkers move. A little bit of rejigging from the Plague Burst there. The Centaur is more interesting, so both Flesh Mowers and the Demon Prince advanced, along with some Death Shroud and the Plaguecaster. That was purely just to try and get some secondary points from that Psychic Ritual, or where it's called now, Warp Ritual. And then I've got some more of the Death Shroud hiding underneath there. So we're going to go straight into the psychic phase. We're going to start with Warp Ritual. So we're going to try and cast that with the Demon Prince there. And do...
Goes off all day long.
Goes off all day long. So 3 points at the end of the game for that.
Boom.
And whilst I'm here, I'm just going to do my Miasma of Pestilence with the... Yes, it is Miasma. From the Playcaster onto the big block of Terminates over there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that goes off as well. So yeah, they will be -1 to hit until the start of the next psychic phase.
Lovely.
There won't be a huge amount of shooting to do. It's only going to be the Plague Bursts and maybe some Blight Launches, so we'll come back with that in just a second. Alright, so as we said, we're going into the shooting phase, and we have activated some stratagems already. So I have decided that this Plague Burst Crawler is going to unload everything it can into that Raider over there.
Yep.
I have activated Disgusting Force, which makes the mortar damage 3. And would also do mortal wounds to units within 3 inches as well, if for any hits on a 4+. In response, Tom has used Lightning Fast to make me -1 to hit, so we're hitting on 4s, and also has vected with the free 0 CP strat to make my Disgusting Force an extra CP each turn.
I think it's my favourite candidate for Disgusting. It's the only strat Deco players use all game.
Yeah, it's just always good.
So you might as well make it costly.
But let's see what we can do. So we'll start with the mortar.
Wonderful.
D6 shots.
Here we go.
5. It's a great start.
There's a lot
1,
of
2,
shots. Nice.
3, 4, 5. But I am hitting on 4s now.
Cool.
So I only get 2.
Those hits.
I'm going to CP one of those.
Okay.
Still misses.
Okay.
Wounding you on 3s.
Yes.
Rerolling my 1s because I'm Plague. Oh, bad. So nothing.
Oh, vicious.
We'll go straight into the entropy cannons. They both miss as well. A bad start.
Are you in range with the Rot Hail? Or is that...
I am out of range with the Rot Hail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the other Plague Burst Crawler and have a think about what I'm going to do with that. Okay, so that didn't go so great. We're going to start now with the Blight Launch. I'm just trying to kill 1 unit now for potentially grinding them down in my turn. So I'm going to shoot the Blight Launchers into this Venom over here. I did advance, so I might want to hit.
Yeah, -1 anyway.
So I'll be wounding on 4s, hitting on 4s, sorry.
Oh, hello.
That's much better.
Lovely.
And I'm strength 6, so wounding on 3s. And I am Plague, so I'll be rerolling 1s.
Nice.
So you've got 2 at -2, 2 damage
2.
each.
Okay. So these are 5-ups. Fails both.
So it takes 4 damage.
Putting it on 2 remaining.
Okay, that makes it interesting because the mortar is also 2 damage.
That definitely gives you the chance to
Okay,
get
so let's go straight into that.
Good play.
So we're going to go to the mortar from this Plague Burst into that, and then the side sponsons are at range and or blocked by line of sight terrain, so they are going to go into those Hellions over there at the end.
Sure thing.
So the mortar, let's start with that. 1 shot. Okay, it's unlikely now. Hitting on still 4s because I might as well hit naturally, aren't they? It does hit. Winning on 3s, rolling 1s. Rerolling 1s. It is a wound. -2.
It's all on the 5-up now. It was a 1.
It's a 1.
It's a 4. It's dead.
So it does die. So I'm very lucky with that, to be honest with you.
No.
Doesn't pop. So I do get potentially a chance of getting grind them down now.
And we've got 5 witches in here. If I roll 5 1s, you get another unit.
That's true.
I have
rolled
rolled
2.
Yeah,
Yes, that's
bad.
unfortunate.
So, poor little dead witches. And then we'll get a couple out.
Yeah.
Where do I want them to be? Probably towards the objective.
And then I'll just roll quickly those entropy cannons over there, or into those ones. So looking for 3s
go
there.
for it.
Are they -1 to hit?
They are not. No.
So 1 hit, and then wounding on 3s. You're running 1s.
No combat drugs for that.
So you've got 1 wound on those Hellions as well. -4.
So these are 6-ups. He doesn't love it.
Oh, there's the 5.
He will
so
die.
1 will just die.
Screaming death. Yeah.
And to be honest, guys, that's going to be the end of my turn 1. I've got no charges to do. So I did manage to do Warp Ritual for 1. I did manage to move quite a lot. Killed a thing for grinding them down. But ultimately, a fairly subdued turn, which I think is what we were expecting.
This stack is getting into position, so that's
so they're so slow. So I managed to roll the big 5 on the advance. So that did help.
Definitely helps, but it's an interesting one, and obviously the Demon Prince now presenting me with an interesting question.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it then. Let's move over to Drukhari movement phase, turn 1. Tom, what have you done in your movement phase?
I have sprung into position, started putting some banners up.
You sure have. That's all 3 back ones now have banners, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm taking a punt on trying to get the Demon Prince this turn.
Yeah.
Because he's going to do that Warp Ritual and get a load of points.
Yeah.
This is probably as exposed as he's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And with the Terminators on the far side, I think I can probably have a go and see what happens with a couple of units and just try and pin him in.
Yeah.
And use my very nasty Curse Blade Succubus to make some trouble for him if she does get to him and start fighting. So
Sure.
It's an interesting one. Shifting into position to try and do some harm to various things. And we will just have to see how the turn plays out. The shooting is going to be an interesting one.
The shooting's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
We'll come to that right now. So Tom, where are we going to start in the shooting phase?
We are starting with the Reavers, who are hunting for this back drone here.
Okay.
So we've got 3 Heat Lances and a load of splinter rifle fire going into the back drone.
Great.
We're using potent metallotoxins stratagem to make the drone count as organic for the purposes of poisoning rather than as a vehicle.
Great.
So these have ballistic skill 2 with the combat drug, so we're hitting on 2s with the Heat Lances. That's
They all
3
hit.
hits. Now we're looking for wounding on 3s. Ooh,
Not as good,
not
only
great. CP that. 2 wounds on your invuln.
So we've got 2 5-up invuln saves.
Makes
Make 1.
Cool. This is D6 plus 2
Ouch.
for 7.
7.
Down to 6.
Down to 6. So I'm down to 3 wounds on that now.
Now these are hitting on 2s as well. That's 1 miss. And they're wounding on 4s. For a further 5 wounds on your armor save.
So you need to pass 3 of these.
Only 1 wound?
So I'm down to 2 wounds. So I am still alive on 2 wounds.
Okay.
Do you know what you're going to go to next, or do you need a second?
Yeah, I think we'll carry on. This Raider will fire everything at the same target.
Same one.
So that's a Phantasm launcher as well as its Dark Lance. So Dark Lance first. This is hitting on 3s. That hits, wounding on 3s. That wounds.
Need that 5-up invuln. Oh, I saw it. No.
Oh,
So I've got 2 wounds left. So
He's a dead boy.
Does he explode? It's not going to be relevant. I'm going to roll it anyway. 4+. He would, but he only does mortal wounds to non-Nurgle units.
that's Succubus maybe?
And maybe the Succubus. Let's have a check, and we'll come back. Okay, so the Succubus was in range, so it did take a single mortal wound from that explosion. We should mention that from discussing Force earlier, only 1 mortal was caused.
Yeah,
onto
Dead Mandrake over here.
Dead Mandrake, but I don't think we filmed that.
Various bits of acid are dripping away.
Exactly.
My poor elves. So the Succubus has got a blast pistol, so she's now going to fire that at the bloke drone in front of her. Hitting on a 2. She hits, wounding on a 3. She wounds.
5-up invuln again.
Loves
Pass
it.
that one.
Okay,
That's good.
bounces straight off the armour. Cool, and then I think I need to start thinking about what else can actually see things. Now,
Okay.
The Trueborn in here are currently a little constrained, so I might be doing some fire and fade shenanigans in just a moment. So what we're going to do first is the Raider
Okay.
will fire at pretty much the only thing it can see, which is the Blight Lords here.
Yeah. Now minus 1 to hit
Then
from
minus 1
Miasma.
to hit. So it's hitting on a 4 with the Dark Lance, re-rolling once. Hits anyway.
Hits anyway.
Wounding on a 3. Does not wound.
Does not wound.
Okay. I'll just check the range on the Phantasm in case that's in range.
Cool.
But I don't think...
Whilst you do that, I will just take a nice cinematic angle down here of what's
Oh, he's
actually
in range.
happening, looking at
Okay.
those cool pirate ships.
So the Phantasm Grenade launches in range as well. That fires D3 shots for 1. Hitting on a 4. Hits. Leadership of Blight Lord 10.
With the Sergeant, it'll be a 9.
Oh, here we go. Need more than 9. Don't get more
So
than
the 6, you just never know at
Okay.
that point, do you?
And so at this stage, it will be a lightning fast reflexes. Or
Fire and Fade, you mean?
it's now called never stationary.
Never
Sorry, yeah, I
stationary.
mean fire and fade. Yeah, absolutely.
That's 2 CP now, right?
It is 2 CP. Yeah. And so that's going to shunt. I'm going to use the back side of it to keep it honest, rather than switching it round. So he's now shunting to here. And as you can see, the intention now is that the Trueborn can now light up that second
Yeah.
drone. We'll see how they get on. So we'll now do the Trueborn. They will fire everything at the drone. So Dark Lance and 2 blasters.
Yeah.
So hitting on 2s. Oh, Dark Lance misses, and I've already had my reroll.
You
That's a
have.
shame. Wounding on 3. 1 wound.
5 invuln? Is it 5 invuln for this?
Yeah, it will be, yeah, absolutely.
I do make
Makes it again.
Make
And
some big ones there.
then There are lots and lots of poison in there for all the good it will do. How many? It's 6 guys, 7 guys, so 14.
You got enough dice there?
10. I need just 1 more.
One more, there you go.
These are hitting on 2s.
Good hit roll.
Okay, solid. That misses. Wounding on 6s only.
Yeah, that's where it's not as good. Not terrible though.
Terrible though.
I think
4
I see
wounds
4,
on
yeah.
your armour.
So 4 wounds on my armour. That's 4 dice, so 4 3-ups, hopefully.
Done a
A
wound.
fair 1, so that's not so bad.
So that puts him on 8, right?
That puts him on 8.
Cool, so the Phantasm then fires 2 shots.
I think the leadership is 7.
Hitting on 2s. It might be worth checking it because there's mortals to be had.
Okay, we'll cut right back to that in a second.
If you're happy with 7,
let's roll it, and we'll come back to it if we're
double-check
wrong.
So that's a 9. That'll
That'll definitely
do
be 1.
And that's a 9.
Okay, so
that'll
that's
be
definitely
2
not
more
leadership
wounds.
9, so it takes 2, and he's already taken 1,
Yes.
so down to 6. Is
Yes.
there more shooting to come?
There is shooting on this side.
Great. Well, let me let's move on to that, and we'll mark him up
Cool.
afterwards.
So I think because the drone is hurt and I'd like it to die, I'm going to just keep on as I'm keeping on and just fire lots of stuff at it. So the venom's
Okay.
going to fire at the same target. So
Yeah.
Splinter Cannon. 1 Blackheart reroll. Hits twice, looking for 6s. Gets a wound, AP 1.
So 4-up save.
Yep.
So I'm down
Another
to
wound.
3 wounds.
Splinter Rifle. Misses twice.
No, I've taken 3, so I'm down to.
Double 6 on the wound.
What's the AP on this one?
No.
So 3-up saves. That's perfect.
Next those. Okay. And then we have Shredders from the Scourges. Now, I think they probably can all see him. It's just whether this guy can see him.
Yeah. I'll take your view on that.
Let's just
That's
check the
fine.
range. I think he's probably out. I think probably because his little fin thing comes around,
Yeah.
he's probably okay. So
That's fine. Yeah.
4 of them in range. So these are 4d6 shots for a total of 10.
When you said 46, I was more scared.
Yeah, they're better. They're blast guns. They're better firing at zombies, but I've got to try.
just too
I've
far
got to
away.
try and hurt this drone because I know if I don't hurt it, it's going to heal itself up anyway.
It will.
It loves to do that. So these are hitting on 3s. Little scourges. What are you on? Okay, and then their strength 6, so they're wounding on 5s.
5s, yeah.
So 2 wounds at AP 1.
2 3-up saves. Loves it anyway.
It's AP 1. Sorry.
Oh,
So
sorry.
One
One.
wound off.
Down to 4.
And then the sort of splinter gun on the other. Oh, hold on! I've fired more than I should have had. Because one of them, the sergeant doesn't have a shredder, so probably just put his wound.
Take
back
that
on.
wound back.
Put his
Fine.
wound back on.
For me.
That's
So
absolutely
back up to
fine.
5 in that case.
Back up to 5, and then the Hellions that are in range, of which there are about 4, including the champ, will fire at him as well. So how many wounds is he on now?
5. Now we're giving that
Okay,
one back.
So 3s to hit. Lovely. Then looking for 6s. Nothing.
No.
Phantasm launcher fires 3 shots.
And this will do it more likely. So 7, I think, is still the goal.
1 hit. 7, no, wouldn't do it. Okay.
Does it had to exceed?
Yeah.
Okay, then in that
absolutely,
case it wouldn't do it. It's not issue 6. Okay, is that the end of the shooting phase?
I think pretty much.
All right, let's
we've
have a
got
think.
4 Dark Lances here without much valid target. So they have a choice. Either they go for the Crawler or they go for the Blight Lords. I think I will. They've moved, so they're at -1 anyway.
Yeah,
Oh, there is also the Witches here,
yeah.
but they're not going to do much. So I think I will fire them at the Blight Lords. So 4 Dark Lances firing at the Blight Lords.
Yeah.
Hit twice. Wounding on 3s. Wound once.
4-up inbound. Dirty
Loves
pass.
it. That's what happens when you fire at Blight Lord Terminators.
Yeah. Boing.
And then the Witches will fire. Can they see the drone?
That's a good question.
Chance to chip some more wounds off.
Can't see from this side, but
I think. Depends how we're playing the ledges, but I would think they're okay.
yeah, no, that's fine.
So,
You're a good man. I'd take your word
So
for
it's
it.
just the Phantasm is all I'm really interested in
Yeah.
firing at the drone. 3 shots. Hitting on. They advanced, did they? Yeah, they did. So 4s. 1 hit. Let's see if we can get one more mortal. We cannot.
No,
That's
okay.
a shame. Okay.
Worth a try.
Yes, absolutely.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, well, let's have a think and we'll mark up those wounds and then we'll move into the charge phase,
Lovely. Okay.
which I'm sure you'll enjoy. Okay, so that was the end of the shooting phase and now we are into the charge phase. So we're going to start.
It's a question of how far it is from these Reavers to the drone. Measuring from base with Reavers looks like a 4 to me.
Fine, 4 it is. Can he make it? Let's see.
In with an 8.
He does make it in. No surprise there. So I guess really, Tom, the play with that is you know that I'm going to heroically intervene otherwise.
That is exactly right.
With the drone, you know I'm going to heal myself. This stops me from being able to do that.
Yes.
Heroic intervention anyway, so that free sort of fight phase.
Yeah, so the Reavers might take a hit here. They might well get chewed up by the drone. It depends a bit what Lee wants to do in terms of his interruptions and other things.
But the other thing is also, I now can't charge anything else, right? And they are very good at charging, so it's a good move.
Exactly. So
and how far is that charge?
It looks like 4 to me as well, I would say.
Let's see if we can get the camera over to have a look. Yeah, it looks fair to me.
Yeah, I think
I am going to spend the inexorable strat to make it a 6.
I think that's very sensible.
Just, on the off chance it does work.
Yep, absolutely worthwhile.
So let's have a look and see.
That failed.
It does make the difference.
I will CP re-roll. Not this time, though.
Not this time.
Okay.
So they are going to be in. So that's interesting.
Very interesting.
We'll come back in a second with the fight phase. All right, so we are now in the fight phase. Really interesting interaction, actually. Tom, why don't you say, what are you going to start with?
Actually, they need to not pile into him, don't they? They need to be an
They
inch
do.
out. So what's going to start here is... Actually, there's an interesting way to think about it. So can the Demon Prince pile into something other than her to get away from her? Can he do that?
I don't think so, because you have to punt was the closest.
Okay, yeah, so it's fine. Okay, no, so that's fine. So the idea
That would be interesting.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was just trying to avoid a situation where he gets away. This Succubus, this is a Cursed Blade Succubus build using Treacherous Deceiver and Traitor's Embrace, the relic, which I really like. It's only 60 points for the Succubus, and what it means is she bounces mortal wounds back when she makes 4-up saves. But also on death, she does D3 plus 3 mortal wounds on a 2-up. Now, it doesn't always work, but the idea is you've got a trade piece there that loves something like a Demon Prince that's
like
really,
180 point model
really
versus
big and
61.
expensive. So I'm not going first with her because her damage is actually mostly in response, and I'd be very happy for Lee to interrupt with his Demon Prince to kill her anyway. So I'm going to see if the Reavers can do anything to the drone.
Yeah.
They are coming in, hitting on 3s.
Let me come around here and we can use the dice.
There's only 5 of them in melee range. They're hitting on 3s and winning on 5s.
I've got 5 wounds left.
But re-rolling ones with the Succubus nearby, actually, that's a nice spot. So those
There's a lot of ones in
miss,
there,
those
so-
miss. Oh, sorry, it's 1s to wound.
1's to wound, okay.
So looking for 5s here. Keep that. Oh, shame, shouldn't have kept that.
Yeah.
Cool, and then...
So there's your only one that
rolled
time.
badly, so re-roll at 1. No, so we've got 1 wound at AP 2, 3 wounds at AP 1.
So on the invuln save, failed it.
Okay.
And then on the armor save, AP1 did you say?
AP1,
so
so
4-up saves.
Oh, he loves
So take 1, so down to 4.
So he's still very much alive.
Still very much alive.
Okay.
I'm not going to interrupt.
Okay.
So I will just let that happen. I'm actually kind of hoping to whiff in the combat phase.
Yes, you
and then
have to
smite
hope.
you to death in the in the following phase.
That is typically how you get rid of my characters, I find.
Certainly how I get rid of them.
Yeah, so with the Archaic Glaive, she's hitting on 2s. Does alright. She's coming in at strength 5.
So we'll be winning on 5s.
Oh, what combat drop did I even give it? It doesn't matter now. If I don't remember now, it doesn't matter. So wounding on 5s for just the 1 at AP 3.
So it will be a 5-up save. So do you fail?
Okay.
The damage?
1.
Okay, so 1 damage. So I'm down to 7 wounds.
7 wounds.
Because they don't start with 9. So 7, and I lost 1 on the drone as well. So
Okay.
we'll fight back, I guess.
Yes.
So, okay, so after not the hugest combat phase there, I have activated the bloat drone to fight next. I have activated demonic gluttony, so that means for every model killed up to a maximum of 3 wounds can be recovered.
Yeah.
And in response, Tom has again lightning fasted, so I will be hitting on 4s. Unfortunately, not a core unit, so I won't be rolling my 1s. But I do get 12 attacks.
Yes.
So let's see how that goes. So 12 attacks, hitting on 4s. Looks okay. Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to be wounding on strength 8.
You'll be winning on 2s, you're rolling your 1s.
2's rolling 1s. Don't need to re-roll my 1s. So you've got that many, which is 7.
7 6-ups. Okay. Keep that solitary 1. 6 die.
So I do recover my 3 wounds, and 6 do die. Ouch! Yeah, that was Trade. And also gain 3 wounds back, so can't complain with that. We'll come back in a second with the Demon Prince. It's a very strange interaction with my Demon Prince that I want to fail as many attacks as I possibly can. So I have 6 attacks plus 1 for my Talon, but I'll roll the sword attacks first.
Cool.
Sword being strength 8 now and damage 3 and AP 3, just makes it so much better than everything else. So I am looking for 2s. I failed 1, that's a good start.
Yep.
Not good enough, but I'm probably going to be wounding on 2s.
Yep, you absolutely will be. That's 4 wounds.
4 wounds, AP 3, damage 3.
4 wounds, AP 3, damage 3. She saves 3 to do 3 mortal wounds.
Ouch.
And fails 1, putting her on 1 solitary wound remaining.
Then I have my Talon, so I've taken 3 mortal wounds so far.
The Talon.
2s.
He
Yay!
misses! Oh!
That's good. And leaving it on 1 wound actually is not so bad.
Yes.
Because it's only 1 smite maximum to kill her that way.
Exactly.
So
Didn't
all
quite
in
come
all,
off.
that worked quite well for the Death Guard.
Nice.
Okay, so that's going to be the end of the turn, Tom. Do you have to take morale on those bites?
Yeah, I absolutely will. They lost 6. They are leadership 9. Oh, I don't think they can fail.
If they've lost 6, then they could.
Oh no, of course
roll
they
four.
can.
That's
Sorry,
what I
I've
would.
done completely the wrong way around. That will run. So one of them will run. We'll roll for the other 2. 1 more run. So
Oof,
just 1 left.
Painful. Very painful.
Ouch. Tough time. The drone is very, very good at what it does.
Yeah, so that is going to be the end of the turn. Points-wise, we'll check and we'll see where we ended up. Okay, so I have done my turn 2 movement, and what I've done is I've moved my Terminators up. It's quite transparent. I'm just trying to knock Tom off of this objective. There's some witches there, a little bit of a roadblock. I don't really want to shoot them, so I'll have to put my shooting elsewhere because I want to be able to make that charge. Other than that, I've actually kept my Demon Prince where it is.
Yep.
Just because the mega explosion death of the succubus doesn't go off in the psychic
Yeah,
phase.
it's only melee.
So that's fine. I've actually left my flash mode in there as well. Moved across some flesh rounds just to sort of come and cause trouble in the middle. If I can pop one of those things and send them in after whatever comes out, then that's great. Other than that, just to move the poxwalkers around a little bit. But obviously I'm just trying to think about secondaries, which are Grind Them Down, Assassinate, and Warp Ritual. So we're going to go into Warp Ritual, live on camera.
Here we go.
So I am going to do the Demon Prince.
He's basically ignoring the little elf who's trying to hit him with a sword, and he's just carrying on. And
it does go off. It's only a watch size 3, so that is pretty good.
Yeah, very nice.
So that's good. So that is another 4 points for that, effectively.
Really
Takes me
nice.
up to 7. And while we're here, we might as well do the rest of the Psychic, I guess. So we will start with the Plaguecaster doing a smite.
Sure, yep, this is the one trying to clear the
Just
succubus.
clear the succubus. Here we go. Needing a 5. And
That goes off.
does kill the succubus.
Lovely.
Unless there's a feel no pain or anything like that.
No, she doesn't have anything like that. So she's out of there. Very nice.
And I will also try, just because it's an option, Curse of the Leper.
Okay, yep.
So that would go onto this bike here, just
Yep.
in case I can free it up.
Sure thing.
So needing a 6.
Cool.
Does go off. And what's the toughness now?
He's toughness 3 now.
So
you need
1, 2,
4s.
3, 4,
This should get him. He's got 2 wounds.
6, 7. So needing to exceed toughness
That doesn't.
and doing so. So there we go. Curse of the Leper once again being the absolute MVP. So good psychic phase, lots of damage done there, and just frees up some of my units to do something in this turn. Although that Demon Prince can't really go anywhere, he does live to fight another day and not get killed in the combat phase now. So we'll come back once we decide for shooting. Okay, so we're going to start with the Terminators, the Blight Lords. I'm going to shoot everything over here into these guys. My logic for that, guys, is because I've got these witches down here. I'm going to try and charge them and get onto this objective. I can't see many of these, and that way is the best chance of stopping Tom from having anything valuable to bring over to it in the next turn.
Yeah.
To try and choke him on the primary. So I've spent the 1 CP for the Vermid Whispers for +1 to hit, so I'll be hitting on 2s with the Terminator. So I'm going to do the bolters first, roll whatever I can with one hand to pick up the remaining 2 afterwards. So that's those ones. Lots of 2s there. So 1. So hitting on 2s did make quite a big difference there actually. Your toughness is 4. Toughness is 3.
Yeah,
Sorry.
toughness 3.
So I'll be wounding on 3s. They're not plague weapons, so these will be 3s that we're looking for. Still a good number. So what you've got is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But you are in cover.
11 in cover. So these are. I've got 10 here. I'll roll 1 more after. These are 3 ups. Okay, that is 4 failed, and the next one. Okay, so it's just 1 alive. I'll leave a Dark Lance because I
Might as well, yeah.
like Dark Lances.
And then I'll go straight into the Blight launches. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 shots there. Hitting on 2s. all hit, wounding on 2s. Strength 6, and I'm rerolling my 1. So they all hit and they all wound.
So it's 4 wounds.
So it's 4 AP2 this time.
5 unneeded. No, he is gone.
So he's gone. So that's good.
That's 1 for grinding them down.
It is. So I'm on 3 for grinding them down actually now. So it's almost at a point where I want to almost slow down a tad. But we'll go into the next bit of shooting, which is going to be the Plague Burst Crawlers just next. Okay, so the next bit of the shooting phase, we're going to have this Plague Burst here going into the Trueborn over there. Tom has decided to do his Lightning Fast. I have decided at this point not to do Disgusting Force.
Yeah.
So I'll be hitting on 4s with my entropy cannons to start with. So it's 1 hit.
Cool.
Be winning on 3s. Does wound. So it's -4.
Doesn't save it.
D3 plus 3. It's 3. So it's 6 damage. So, when they hit, don't they?
They really hit. Puts him on 4 left.
And then the mortar is going to go into him as well. So D6. 5. It was on hit 5 both times. But then I failed to do anything last time. So looking for 4s. So getting 2, same as last time.
Winning on 3s.
Winning on 3s. You're rolling 1s. 2 2s, so it's exactly the same as last
That's what
time.
we like. Okay.
Okay, so then we're going to go to the next one, who is going to shoot directly through.
Yep, same one.
He's going to do, everything at the same one there. It may be overkill, but I would like to pop out something this turn. So looking for 3s with entropy cannons. 1 hit. Oh yeah,
Still
sorry.
1 hit.
Still 1 hit. And then winning on 3s. Rerunning 1s, Plague. I love that. Yeah, so his wound. Again, need that invuln.
5. Doesn't make it.
So D3 plus 3.
That will kill it, whatever.
Will kill it.
Cool.
That's 2.
I'd like him to
5.
pop, actually, I think, from where he is, because you've got expensive stuff.
And you've got transports.
He does not explode.
Ah.
It's a shame. And so,
Why do things never explode?
Yeah, so inside there we have 10 Trueborn.
See if you can roll a little bit better than you did with the witches earlier.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind losing Splinter Rifle, guys. That's
true. That's why you've got the chaff in the unit, right?
They're all fine.
There you go. So once you don't want to die, don't die.
This is obviously a posh raider for the posh Trueborn. they've spent the big money on the big raider that doesn't immediately kill you when it dies.
So
where am I going to put that?
So just thinking, guys. So the reason why I want to do that is because I have a bit of incidental shooting that could do some work from the Deathshroud Flamers down there. So it's just worth popping it first. Obviously, the mortar on it is wasted now, but seeing as how the mortar's been a tad ineffective so far, it was worth the opportunity.
To get the benefit of obscuring for all of these guys, but we'll have a look. Great.
So Tom's going to pick those out, and then we'll have a look and see what we can do after that. Okay, so thanks to some clever placing by Tom there, only 2 of my Death Strider managed to shoot their Plague Spurt Gauntlets. So it's going to be 2d6 hits on those. 3, going to be pretty ineffective. Wounding on 3, so not in 4, sorry, because you're not in contagion range. So there's nothing.
Okay.
So there you go.
Rerunning the 1.
Rerun the 1s. No. You forget the rules, the dice gods will punish you.
They do. They're very, very benevolent or very, very bitter, depending.
So I don't think there's any other shooting to happen, actually. So that is going to be the end of my shooting phase. As I'm just checking to make sure that I'm saying the right words. And it looks like I have done it. Oh no, there is one thing. I knew there was something else. I've got the poo gun. So the poo gun over here. It's going to shoot at that raider back there. So
you're extending the range.
Exactly. So I've got the stratagem for overwhelming generosity. So that increases the range of a plague weapon by 6 inches.
Yeah.
I spent the CP for the viscous death anyway, so I'm rerolling the number of hits, and it puts it to strength 8, which is not relevant in this case. So D6 hits. It's 4. I'll take that. Wounding on 3s and rerolling my 1s.
That's right. Delicious 2. No.
So 3 at -3, damage 2 each.
So he saves all 3.
Oh wow! Okay.
Cheeky raider.
Cheeky raider. So we'll do. We'll measure out some charges.
Kind of spraying it up. He's getting getting an angle with it.
Yeah, exactly. Flying up. We'll measure out some charges and we'll come back with that. Okay, so we're going to have some charges now. So we're going to start with the Blight Lord Terminators here, charging into those witches. Again, the goal is to eventually knock Tom off this objective.
Yes.
I'm not going to be able to do that this turn, but I can't reach them either. So it's my only chance really to get that distance. It's going to basically be a 2.
I don't think you can fail it yet.
So we're on a 5 there, so that's fine. I'm going to come over. I'm going to keep that dice there so we know what else is happening. Then there's this middle block. So what we're going to do over here, we've measured it out. The Death Stride here need a 6 to come into this venom, so they are going to try that. So they do make it.
That'll be fine, yeah.
The bloat drone needs a 9 to make it into that raider. But he's going to try anyway.
Oh, I think the bloke drone was closer. Do you mean the prince?
Oh, sorry, yes. The bloke drone needs an 8 and the demon prince needs a 9.
I reckon it's probably less than that, mate.
Do you reckon? Do you want to have a measure?
I think you're pretty close, yeah. Don't know what you're doing yourself out of shape. You can fly too, right? So the building's not an issue. Probably is. Actually, yeah, probably is.
An 8 and a 9?
An 8. And he's got to get to there, yeah. 8 and 9. No, you're right.
So let's start with the bloke drone. Are you going to do any Overwatch or anything like that?
No.
So needing an 8.
Go nuts.
No. And then the demon prince. No.
Oh.
Do I want to spend a CP to reroll that?
It's a good question.
No, I don't. So,
okay.
You know what I do? I'm going to do it.
Okay, here we go.
No. It got far worse. I've got the CP, I'm getting them back with Tallyman, so it's not so bad. But I'll move those 2 lots of Terminators in, and then we'll have some fighting. Starting with the Death Shroud over here, they've moved in. I've made sure to get within the table quarters to deny Tom his points for his secondary, hopefully, if they survive. I'm going to go with the cleave attack, so I will be at -1 to hit. So therefore, I will be hitting on 3s into this Venom. So here we go. Lots of attacks because they get an insane number of attacks because I guess it's good to sell models. I'm at strength 7.
I know it's good to sell models.
So you'll be at toughness.
Oh, you'll be winning this on 3s, rerolling your 1s.
3s, rolling 1s. Wow, okay. 3, 6, 9, -3, 2 damage each.
That's a bit naughty. It
is observing them.
6 it makes 2. Ha! And then it dies.
And then it dies. But it could explode.
Does it pop? No.
Nothing's going to pop this time, is it?
No, I don't think so. And then the witches. Another witch dies. And these will probably get out.
Yeah, I'll let you do that whilst I count up some Blight Lords.
North.
Okay, so we didn't film the witches' combat here. We thought it would be cut and dry. Obviously, the Blight Lords did get through them, but they do this thing where they bounce mortal wounds back on you on saves.
So Curse Blade, 2 reasons. I'm going to try and sell Curse Blade to you people, because Cult of Stripers obviously has the advantage of all the crazy Caradon rules. Curse Blade, +1 strength across the board, and bouncing mortal wounds back.
And mortal wounds back. So I took, just for context, I took 4 mortal wounds.
Here. I'm going to put these on my wall. They bounce back.
So
4.
killed a Terminator and put them down to a wound.
Which is not a bad trade for a little pack.
No. So those are dead. I have moved on to subjective, although I am not objective secured.
No.
So I do not have it. And then the witches over there have just moved out in the other direction, kind of away from the Blight Lords.
Yes.
Just always a good thing to do.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the end of my turn. We already checked. There's no morale to do.
No.
So a decent turn in terms of the fact that I scored some points for psychic, warp ritual. Assassinate.
Grind looking pretty likely.
Grind down is probably 4 or 5 units that turn, so should score that this turn. So we'll come back into Drukhari's movement phase. All right, so that is the end of the Drukhari movement phase. Tom, what have you done? Pivoted.
Running away from here very quickly.
Yeah, they've run.
Leaving some Cavalites to try and make it a problem and stop you holding it this turn. I'm lining up to try and mortal wounds / Archon these Death Shroud off because I desperately need to for Herd the Prey. Hoping to finish off the Drone and the Demon Prince this turn, but also hoping to put a big dent in this zombie blob and hopefully snag the Plague Caster.
Yeah, that would be big because that would stop me from throwing more points.
If I get both Psychers, that's good news for the
Absolutely.
secondary, and it'll look good on this table quarter. The Hellions have joined in. Not so sure about this play. They're coming to make trouble on this side in the hope of taking the objective. Death Shroud are hard company though, so we'll soon find out whether that's a terrible plan or not.
Yeah, absolutely. All right then, so we'll see what we're going to do when we're going to movement phase. Into the shooting phase. Yep. Okay, Tom, where are we starting? We're starting with the Mandrakes.
These Mandrakes in the corner. Oh goodness. Who are going to fire their little Bale Blast at the Death Shroud here.
Great.
These hit on 3s. Okie dokie. And then they will be wounding on 5s, and I'm looking for those 6s to do mortal wounds in addition.
Oh, you didn't. Oh, great.
So 3 mortal wounds, so that is a Death Shroud.
And then
plus 3 at AP1.
So 3 ups.
Another wound.
So 1 dies and 1 takes a wound. Okay, great. Okay, we're now doing the same thing, but with 4 guys.
So these 4 here are hoping to join in the party. Okay. And again, fishing for 6s. None this time. 1 wound AP1.
1 wound AP1, 1 3-up save. She makes.
Okay. So next up, the Archon will fire his blast pistol at him. He hits.
I don't know which dice that was.
Let's do it again. So he hit, but he did wound.
Okay. 4 pinball save. Fail.
Okay.
I'll just kill him, I guess.
No, because
Only
it's 1
one
damage.
Reduced to 0, right?
I could
Because Death
CP
Guard.
it. I've got 2 CP at the moment, because I've just gained 1 for the turn. Could CP it. Be good for him to die.
Silence is palpable.
It would be good for him to die, Lee.
Good chance he will die if you do reroll it.
I'm going to save it.
It's going to save it, okay.
There's other stuff happening.
There's other stuff that can still happen.
Other stuff to do.
Okay.
So,
what comes next?
next up, Trueborn are going to fire all of their guns at the drone.
Okay.
So
The drone that won't die.
The interesting ones, the blaster and the dart lances. Okay, so 2 hit. I will use their black reroll. Black heart reroll, not black reroll. Wounding on 3s. That is 2 wounds, but not from the dart lance. I will CP the dart lance to do 3 wounds. So which one do you want to do first?
So if I do the Dark Lance first.
Yep.
Above a pinball.
No.
Fail that one.
So that does 5 fat damage down to 4.
So that leaves me on 3 wounds and then 2 more.
Makes 1.
Yeah. It's another 1. So these are on 2 wounds.
It is on 2 wounds left, and then there's a poison. So
Mark that
none of them
2
died
somewhere
getting
so I
out,
can
so that
remember.
means this is 14 poison shots. How many is that? That's 7. I'll have to do 10, and then I'll do another 4. Hitting on 2s. So 3 misses, so 7 hits. Plus another 4. 2 more hits. Cool. Wounding on 6s. Okay, 2 wounds on your armour.
This could do it. Looking for 3s. Does not do it. So
How many is he currently on?
he's on 2 now.
Cool, so Phantasm Launcher. 1 shot. Does hit, needs to beat 7. Does not. Oh, so he's on 2 left.
I will mark him
Giving
in a
me
second.
some
That's his
hassle
2.
now. Giving me some hassle. The Raider at the back here will fire. Oh, actually, can it see him? I don't think it can.
I don't think that one can.
No,
Yeah.
so this front Raider will have to do it.
Yeah.
So he's firing at the drone. Dart Lance misses. Blackheart reroll. Hits. Does not wound. Phantasm. 3 shots. Hits with them all. Now I'm looking for those mortals.
Yeah. So you just need 2 of these.
No.
Still could happen.
No.
Not going to happen now.
Does
do 1.
one,
So I'm down
there's
to 1 wound.
left. Oh, mama. That's really inconvenient.
Is there anything else that can shoot at him?
There is a Phantasm on these witches that advance, so I'll try that.
Yeah.
D3 shots. 2 shots, hitting on 4s. Hits twice.
Well, there you go.
Okay. No.
Doesn't do it.
Does do it.
Does do it.
Okay.
So does he explode? On a 4+, he would explode. He does.
Yes, he does.
So that's
ouch.
So that's just 1 mortal wound, but it's everything non-Nurgle within 6 inches.
Yep.
So that's going to hit those.
That's going to take an Incubi.
It's going to take a witch.
It's going to take a Trueborn, and it's going to take a Witch. Is there anything else?
I don't think there is.
That's it, right?
Over
So
here.
the back of the Witch conga line
Yeah, that's it.
is shortening.
There we go. So
you
yeah,
don't want to be at the back of
I'll
the
take
Witch
him
conga
away,
line.
and we'll come back with what's next. What's next, Tom?
Scourges are firing their shredders at the big blob of Poxwalkers.
Great.
It's a max blob one. It's a big enough blob for full blast. So
Yeah.
these are 6 shots each for 24 shots from the shredders.
Lovely. Can't wait for this.
Okay, gone.
What do they hit on normally?
They hit on 3s, Scourges.
Great.
And then they're wounding on 3s as well.
Yeah, toughness 4.
Okay. So that is 10,
Just gonna roll those, I think.
13 wounds. So it's 13 6-ups.
Yeah. So I don't have an armor save, but I do have 6 up to ignore wounds. So keep that one wherever that was. That was a 1. So I ignore 2 of them.
That's 11 down.
So 11 would I leave 6 left over there. Are you gonna shoot at them again, or do I need to move them now?
There is just one more.
'Cause it's one more in that
yeah,
squad.
so there's one more
Yeah.
little lad with his poison that I forgot last time. So he hits twice, wounding on 4s, does 1 more wound to you.
So
Saves it.
ignore. So I'm
Okay.
still on 6.
So yeah, so there will be more shooting from other units, but that's the Scourge's turn.
Great. Well, I will go and pull away just to see if it makes any difference.
Nice.
Okay, so taking away a load of Poxwalkers, had to make a difficult decision between trying to hold that objective or trying to block this playcaster off as best I can. So I've gone with the playcaster just because Tom would have to charge those Hellions onto that objective to actually control it, because I've got 3 bodies on it.
Yeah.
He may not want to do that into the Death Shroud, but
No,
I mean, that's a
not.
choice that he can make. But they're now going to shoot at those Poxwalkers to see if they can kill them off anyway.
So forced to hit the Hellions because they advanced.
We've got 6 left.
Yeah, 6 left. So I'm hoping between that there's a little bit of Splinter and Phantasm on that side that I need to do the job here. So 3 more wounds.
So 3, and I'm looking for 6s. Otherwise, I have 3 left. So I do have 3 left.
Phantasm is D3 shots. 2, hitting on 4s.
And they're only leadership.
I know.
Oh
this
no,
is a good
it's
candidate
leadership
I've
4,
missed.
so
on this, that then moves to the. That's them done. We'll move to the Witch Squad.
Sure.
So the Phantasm on the leader there fires 2 shots. She's hitting on 3s because she didn't advance. 1 hit. Need to beat 4,
I
right?
need to beat 4.
So that does 1 mortal.
But I can still roll the 6 up
You
against
can.
it. Nope.
And
So
then-
down to 2.
There are 3 pistols. Hit twice. Wound once.
I have 1 left. Yeah, I'm gonna have 1 left.
There is a single zombie, but
Single
as
zombie.
we know, a single zombie is trouble.
All right, we'll take this away, and then should we do the Darklands?
Yeah,
It's over
this is
here.
it. So it's just the last bit of shooting. We could do the Cabalites Fire and Poison at your Blight Lords, but I'm not optimistic. No, then we're done. So Dark Lance from here, firing at the Demon Prince.
Yeah.
And I might as well fire the Phantasm into them. So
Sure.
the Dark Lance first, hitting on a 3. Hits, wounds on a 3.
Who knows what's
That is
happening?
a 2. It has not wounded.
Has not wounded.
Okay, that's a shame. And then the
The Phantasm.
Phantasm, D3 shots. 1 shot. Hits.
Is it
Needs to be
9?
9.
Oh.
No, it looked good, but didn't do it. Okay.
Okay, so
and
then just these guys over
Yeah,
here.
so just a Cavalite squad. It's not much poison.
May as well though. I've got
Yeah,
one that's
just
down
'cause
to 1 wound.
There's 1
so
wound, right? So I'm just hoping to get that wound off. Not great from there. Wounding on 4s. 2 wounds on your armour.
I am in cover, so we
You
need to
bastard.
save.
No.
Just about.
Phantasm. 2 shots. Hitting on 3s. Both hit. Need to beat 9. I do.
Oh, there's 1, so that kills
There's a
one of
mortal
them.
wound. Don't get the
And not
second
the other
one.
one. But still, that gets rid of 1 more
Yeah,
Terminator.
and that squad basically make their points back in
Great.
Terminator.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll take those away and the zombies, and then
Yeah.
we'll come back with charge phase. Okay, so we're going into the charge phase now. Tom, where would you like to start?
I will start with the Hellions.
And what are the Hellions going to charge?
They're going to charge the Plague Caster.
Okay, well I'm going to spend the strat to make that -2.
That's very nice. I think that's a 7 to a 9.
Great. So let's see if he loves it.
They do love it.
Oh wow,
10 is big.
that's him gone then.
I think that is curtains for him. Yes. And it gets them away. I've decided. I've bailed out.
You've bailed,
I was
you've-
like, I really don't fancy that actually. So they've done the Dark Eldar thing
Yeah.
and gone to bully someone else instead.
Someone smaller.
Yeah.
What's next?
This switch pack will charge the zombie and the Plaguecaster.
Okay, that'll still be at -2.
Yes, exactly. So it's at -2, which in this instance makes it a 6, I think. Oh, I've got my last CP. I will re-roll. Oh, they
it actually
failed.
made the difference.
Very good. And then the Blood Brides will. It's a tricky one, isn't it? It is a tricky one. Because I don't want that Demon Prince to live at all. Let's see if the Incubi get in first on the
Okay,
Demon Prince, because that
Incubi.
matters.
That does.
Looks like a 3.
Makes it just about. That's fine.
Just in. I think they should really charge all of those things. So I get some on Zombie, some on Plaguecaster, some on Demon Prince.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we will do. They will charge all of them. I think it's probably a 4 because it's +1 from him, is +2 from him, isn't it?
-2 from him, you mean?
Yeah.
Still loves it.
Okay.
Yeah, because that effect, guys, is persistent. So anything charging at that unit suffers the same -2.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's
It
a
is
lovely strat. I think the Inexorable are really very, very good indeed.
I was a big fan of Mortarian's Anvil at the beginning for all the possible heroic intervention shenanigans.
Yes.
I just didn't find that it came up enough, and the good players just avoided it. As soon as you tell someone about
categorically it, and it's the fact that it's only in response to charges. If it was all the time,
yes, then it'd be amazing.
It'd be
too
so
good. Probably.
Yeah, I think Anvil's the obvious one. Death Guard players, there's enough of them. Once you get enough players in any faction, guys, they become a herd.
Yeah.
Death Guard players are a herd, and they love Mortarian's Anvil. There are so many cool things in those other sub-factions.
Absolutely.
And I really like the Inexorable. Sorry for calling you a herd, Death Guard fan, but you know exactly what I mean.
Is that everything?
I think it pretty much is, you know.
Okay.
Oh no, hold on. We got over here.
Oh yeah.
So there's an Archon and a Raider. It's just occurred to me that you'll probably Overwatch with those flame pistols. So what's in that Raider? Nothing.
Nothing. I think everything's spilled with payload now.
So the Raider will charge them.
Yeah, I won't Overwatch against the Raider. Looks like a 6+ something else.
Go wherever the hell it wants.
Yeah.
Do I want to do a match? Do I want to move it somewhere? Maybe that's good. I don't know. Yeah, it's just going to boot to here, basically, and then the Archon will join in. 5.
That's it as well.
And now the question is, do I want the Cabalites to go in? One of the lesser spotted changes of the Drukhari book, guys, was Cabalites have 2 attacks.
Oh, that is good.
And now that with Blade Artists you get an AP1 on a 6 to wound, they can always hurt something.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's enough of them there, and I think there's enough of them there, and they're going to be dead anyway once those Blight Lords start firing, that I might as well commit them to try and get this done with the Death Shrouds. Let's see if they can get in.
Looks like they probably will. Yeah.
So they're
we're
in.
going to move those in, and then we'll come back once we're ready to start fighting.
Lovely.
Lots of things to decide about where to fight first.
A lot of interesting sequencing here, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Tom, we are going to be starting with those incubi here into the imprints. Is that right?
Going into the imprints, that's correct. These are hitting on 2s. Okay, drop 1. And then they're wounding on 5s. Okay, 3 wounds on your invulnerability.
So 3, 5 invulns.
Makes 1.
So how much damage is that?
It would be damage 2, but it's... Oh, there were 2 6s. The 6s become damage 3. Make one of them the 5, because I didn't specify.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 3 wounds total.
So
it's still standing on 1.
So
yeah.
Standing on 1, okay.
Very nice.
And am I going to interrupt?
Good question.
So... Logically, the things that I can...
so to clarify, guys, the Archon has made the Death Shroud fight last using Ancient Evil, so they're not in the
nothing I can do
this.
over there, and my fight last is all the way over here, so that's useless.
Yes.
So what I've really got is the Demon Prince that can fight, useless against what's just attack, but could attack those witches. The Plaguecaster, which is just useless in combat generally. So they're my nature choices. So I guess I am going to spend the CP to try and, on the off chance, keep that Demon Prince alive.
Yeah.
So put all of his attacks into those witches.
Sure thing, go for it.
Okay, so I've got 6 attacks.
I am out of CP because I spent my last one on that charge.
You did.
Failed, yeah.
So 6 attacks, hitting on 2s. This is where I do want them all to hit.
He does all hit.
And we're winning on 2s.
That's 5 wounds.
5 with those.
So guys, Cursed Blade still bouncing mortal wounds back on 6s to save. These are 4-ups. And he is killed by the Cursed Blade.
I totally forgot about that.
Cursed Blade, guys, tell your friends. Once we get over this Cult of Strife nonsense, they'll still be here for you.
Do I want to spend the CP to
just
just explode the Demon Prince?
Good question. You killed 3, by the way.
I killed 3. Do I still get through the rest of my attacks?
With the Demon Prince?
Yes, still have the claw to do.
So, yeah, because we should have finished that before.
Yes, so hits and does wound because you're at -1. And so 1 on the talons as well. So.
Saves that and does another mortal wound to add insult
so
to
let me
injury.
check the strat and I'll see if it's worth trying to do some mortal wounds over there.
Thing. I'm going to go with the Cabalites first, guys, the Trueborn, just to see if I can nick off that last wound on that one guy and leave him open for
not wasting so much damage then, are you?
I like to think that they're literally just clubbing them with their posh guns at this moment in time, and that's what you're seeing here. So the guy with the Dark Lance butt rifle just going, have it! And it will probably have a predictable effect. But the Archon is nearby.
The Archon can do things.
You'll notice I'm not big on rerolls. With Drukhari, I really like to just let units do their own job, but here we've got some synergy, so let's see what happens. We're in turn 2, aren't we? So they're hitting on 3s. And rerolling 1s because of the Archon. Lovely. Now we're looking for 5s. Oh no, hold on. Yeah, you're toughness 5.
I am
looking for
5s,
5s, and more importantly, looking for 6s to get that crucial AP1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
2 6s, And then 5 5s.
So let's just roll those ones.
So these are 2 3-ups.
So AP1.
We got him.
So 1 does die.
Okay.
And the last one is full health at the moment.
Takes another wound.
Also takes a wound. So down to 2 over there. Okay, and somewhere you're going to go next. No more interruptions for me, I'm afraid to say.
So it'll be the Archon piling in here.
Mm-hmm.
And he will go with the Gin Blade to try and get this done. So I will attempt to take a mortal wound on a 1. Doesn't happen. Doesn't steal his soul today, guys. He's hitting on 2s. Ooh, doesn't fancy it. Oh, Blackheart reroll. Hits 5 times. Wounding on 4s with the big sword. He does fancy it with the wounds. So 4 wounds at AP 3, flat 3.
So 4 wounds. So I need to pass 2 of these to keep him alive. And I do. So I meant 3, sorry. So yeah. Oh no, he does die because it takes 3 flat 3. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
We reduced it by 1.
Unless you want to reroll that too. The thing is, the Archon can fight again at the end of the phase, so he'd get another bite at you even if you.
Yeah, for no CP or anything like that, so it's not worth it, I don't think.
No. And I guess the Archon will just consolidate.
Yeah.
And nudge within his little party part here. It's quite nice to see the Archon and the Trueborn working as well.
Working, yeah.
They are supposed to be his retinue, but they don't end up doing very similar things.
No.
Most of the time. Cool. So no interrupting. So.
I think it would just be this blob over here, wouldn't
Yeah.
it?
So we've got a couple of things to do. The Hellions only charged him.
Yeah.
So that's where we'll start. They will pile in, and you can see what the thinking here will be.
Yeah.
Doing the usual witchy nonsense. Again, running away from those death shrouds as quickly as we possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
I make that... Well, they're probably all in, aren't they?
They have to be within an inch of one.
Within an inch of one that's within an inch. So I think as long as... Let me just check with him. Yeah, he's okay.
Great.
So this is going to be quite a sea of attacks.
I think he'll probably die here.
I think he probably will, but we'll find out.
We'll find out. Sadly, I've got no way to bounce the mortal wounds back at you, which has been great in this game.
It's been, it's a really,
I'm
really
sold.
nice power. Yeah, I love Cursed Blade. Big advocate for Cursed Blade. I think once Orcs drop, and especially now we've got some Hordes out there, Strength 5 witches that bounce wounds.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Okay, so how many of them are left? 8. Oh, this is a lot of attacks, Lee.
We'll do these, and then maybe we won't need to do the witches.
Yeah. I think that's right. Yes. Hitting on 3s.
There's going to be so many ones here, guys. Don't worry about it.
I'm
not worried.
Just you wait. And the thing is, if he hits them back, they'll do mortals to him anyway. So 3s to hit. Jesus.
So many dice.
So many dice. Hellions.
Good hit as well.
Right, he's toughness 5, but I am strength 5 thanks to being Cursed Blade, so it's 4s to wound.
Which is good for me, because I will lose the ability to do my psychic ritual after this.
Lee, that is appalling. Look at that. So that's
very poor.
That is a mere 5 wounds at AP 1 and 1 at AP 2.
So the one at AP 2, 5-up save.
He makes it.
The ones at AP 1.
Here we go. He's only taken 1 wound from
so
all
I've got
of
3
that.
wounds left, but there's still those witches
Still
to come
standing, yes. So the witches now need to try and do the job.
I'm sure they can. Although I did thin the ranks ever so slightly.
Yeah, you did. You absolutely did. I think you need to go around to there.
I'd love him to survive and do a Curse of the Leper.
If you survive, that's huge on this flank, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't think...
So I guess all the ones that can will hit the Plaguecaster, leaving 1 witch, I think, basically to hit the...
Have to fight the...
have to fight the other ones. So,
yeah.
How many wounds have you got there?
3. They start with 4.
Oh, it's very good. Let me just check. I always check which is attached twice because I can't quite believe how many they gave them.
There's no way this was
So
unintentional.
the sergeant has 4 plus 1 for the blade, so 5 from the sergeant, and then there were 5 others in range.
This might be asking a little too much.
Yeah.
I did very well that last turn.
You did. I'm really impressed with him for surviving.
Can't see it
So
happening
that's right. I think. Yeah, and there's one with a net, which we'll do separately because it's different AP. So these are hitting on 3s. And these are blood brides. So these are wounding on 4s.
There's another 2 in there, there you go.
And 6s to wound are 18 lots.
So the 6s will just shred me, basically.
Didn't do it. So that is 8 wounds at AP 1.
8 3-ups. So there's a very good chance I'll die here. But don't. I've taken. Oh no, I have.
Oh no,
so
it's minus
it's minus
1.
1.
Yeah,
so I do die. No, that's fine.
That
so that he will die as well. The pivot AP making all the difference. Okay, so we're back with Death Guard movement phase. I have finished it. It was quite a brutal turn in terms of denying me secondaries. Obviously, Tom did such a good job of getting rid of the Demon Prince and then the caster that I have to respond quite aggressively to that.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've moved some zombies over. They need to this block needs to go because it's going to start tying up the crawlers, and that's not good. The Death Strad are going to come across if they need to, and I need to focus on killing. You can't see them from here, but there's some. Are they Trueborn, Cavalites, something underneath
They're
there?
just Cavalites.
Cavalites. They need to die. So I still have my Plague Skull, and I have the hose, from the Cavalites sponsor. Maybe get rid of those, and then if I can take Tom off of that objective, then it's a 5-point swing in the primary, and that's where I'm going to need to start trying to win the game because secondary now. So Tom's got more from me and Assassinate, and he's got some banners up, and obviously taking that down.
But my primary puff is starting to run out. As it does with Drukhari.
So I just need to continue to try and play aggressively and take as many things out of the game as I possibly can without being killed. So we're going to go into, at the end of the movement phase, I am going to use my Plague Skull. So we're going to do that live on camera just because I'm already filming.
This is nice for Lee, guys, because it means that he gets to feel like he's doing a sort of psychic phase. But
yeah, exactly.
Because he hasn't got one anymore.
So how it works is 7 dice. So something within 6 inches of the Plague Skull.
Yep.
So it'd be these guys. So 7 dice, 4s and 5s do a mortal wound. 6s do D3s.
That's what you want, those sweet 6s. There's a 6.
So it does just one so far.
Plus D3.
For one. So just as 2. That's why I've left the poo gun over here. And I've left...
Oh, goodness, sorry. I grabbed him thinking he was a Cabalite. My bad.
And
2 gone.
2 gone. So that leaves 3. So I do have the bolter shots over here that can go into them. I didn't really want to do that because I wanted to try and take on those guys over there. But you know what? It's more important that I get that swing. So we'll have a think about where we're going to start shooting and we'll come back. Okay, guys, so we've done some shooting off camera that felt fairly incidental. So just to cover off what that was, those Death Strad over there shot into the squad of 4 witches and killed them with their Plague Burst gauntlets. The Fell Blightspawn killed those guys off with his hose. And I think the Blight Lords finished off the Mandrakes over there and then shot into the Raider with the Blight Launchers, but that didn't do anything. The logic behind that was just to sort of clear off any OBSEC units. So I'm sort of controlling this side of the board now. And now I'm going to move to the Plague Burst Crawler. So the first one is going to be that one over there. It's going to shoot his side sponsons into that Raider. He's going to shoot his pintle gun into these. And the mortar into those Scourges. So he's really all over the place with it. But that's just because there's a lot of things to do. So if we start with the pintle gun, that'll be 6 shots. I'm in rapid fire range now.
Yeah.
Looking for 3s. Good roll.
Okay.
And then winding on 2 rolling
Yeah,
ones.
it's a strength 6 gun, hasn't it? So pretty bad news for the witches.
And so it's 3.
These are 6.
Oh, sorry, no, it's all of them because it's 2s.
Yeah, it's 5, 6 up. Save 2.
So
3
three down. Then we'll go straight into the side sponsons. That's 2 shots, hitting on 3s. They both miss. And then the mortar into the Scourges. So they're a squad of 5, so the blast does not help because they're not more than 5. So let's just see how we do there. It's 6.
It's the big 6.
Couldn't have been helped any more than that anyway. So it's 5, 6, hitting on 3s. So for half of them, and then winning on 2s, rerolling the 1s.
That is absolutely right. Come on, 1 into 1.
No, it's a 5. So 3 at minus
suck,
2,
Lee.
2 damage each. I'm so sorry.
That's alright. So these are 5 up inbones on Scourge. They make 1, 2 go down.
Just trying to thin out, guys, what can be done in later turns.
The leader who has the less exciting gun and 1 shredder.
Great. Also, getting with those shredders is good for me just because they
Shredders love zombies.
They love zombies, and I've still got quite a lot of zombies. So coming back to this next one here, I'm going to do the pintle gun into these guys. I'm going to do the mortar into the guys behind.
Yep.
And then the side sponsons into the big gun.
The Raider there.
The Raider there.
Yeah, lovely, okay.
So if we start, I'm not in rapid fire range this time.
No.
So 3 shots into those Cavalites.
Oh, do you mean the Incubus?
Sorry, yes, I do. Yes, they all miss anyway. I've got 3 ones.
Oh, goodness gracious.
The side sponsons into the Raider.
That is
They
2 hits.
hit.
I don't have any CP for lightning fast.
These rerolling ones.
There's a wound, rerolling the 1. Hey,
Hey,
the 1
there
is
it
the
is.
1!
So you get 1 at minus
5
4.
up here, guys.
He makes it. And then the mortar. So I will get minimum 3 shots for this.
You absolutely will, yeah.
And
But
again,
you could have 5.
I
So
could
well
have
worth it.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oof.
3 hits. No, 2 hits.
2 hits.
Sorry.
And then wounding on 2
1.
rolling ones. There you go. So 2 at minus 2.
So these are a 6 up for Cavalites. No, 2 dead.
So 2 die. So just trying to thin out, I guess, some units to
Absolutely.
make them a little bit less scary in future turns. We're still only in turn 3, so there's still plenty of time. And Death Guard do tend to come into games later.
Yeah, and Drukhari are the complete opposite, guys. We blaze out in glory at the start and don't have much left by the end.
No, that's it. So I think in terms of shooting, the only thing I've got left to do, in fact, is nothing, because I don't think that guy can see anything. So it will just be coming into the charge phase, and we might as well do it live because I'm here ready. So what we're going to do first is we are going to charge the Death Shroud here into the Hellions.
Oh no! Okay.
Who saw that coming? That'll do it. So I'll leave that with them for a second, and then I'm also going to charge these Poxwalkers into those witches.
Very nice.
So I need some more dice for that. Let's roll that over here. That's also going to do it with a 9.
Nice.
Is there anything else worth trying? I'll come back, I'll measure up and see what else there's around.
Sure.
Okay guys, we have moved in. We didn't charge anything else. I did think about it, but I didn't want to give the succubus any extra movement opportunity to get to me. So we are going to be attacking with the Death Shroud here. So they're going to be using their cleave profile just because these guys have 2 wounds each.
Yeah.
Because I'm using cleave, I'm at -1 to hit, so I will have spent another CP for Fervent Whispers to give myself +1 to hit. So we'll still be hitting on 2s. So let's see how we do with that. It does make a difference. I roll 1 2 only, so it would have been okay, and 1 1. So let's get rid of that one. And then I will be wounding, so I'm showing 7.
So you're wounding on 3.
3, and I am re-rolling 1s. So just the 1 1. So we've got 2 2s. So you've got 3, 6, 9, 10,
Unless you,
9.
You might knock that over.
I don't think I did. So it's 9. 9
So
at
nine.
-3.
So a reminder, guys, on the Hellions, 6s will save, and the 6s to save. What turn are you in now? Turn 3.
Turn 3.
Yeah, so the M1 hasn't quite boosted yet. 6s to save will do mortal wounds back. Nothing else will keep them alive. So 3 mortal wounds is
So one
back.
does kill one.
So that kills a Death Shroud, and I then lose 6 Hellions.
Yeah.
Which stings, guys. I'm not going to sugar it.
And then we'll come back with the Poxwalkers in a second. Right, so we didn't film all of the combat phase, but we did do most of it. So as you saw, the Death Shroud did most of the damage. They took a couple of wounds in return. In fact, it was just 1. The Poxwalkers did the Mutant Strain to get rid of the witches, just because they had the 4-pin gun. I thought that's my best chance of getting rid of them.
It was relatively tight in the end, so it was worth it.
It was, yeah, so it was definitely worth doing. And then, yeah, that was it. So that is the end of the turn. There's no morale to take. Wasn't able to score any of my secondaries other than getting a good number of kills for grinding them down.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of the characters are still shielded and hidden away, so
Yes.
we'll have to see if we can do anything about that. So yeah, all in all, feels fairly poised at the moment.
It's close.
Managed to clear Tom off of this one, makes a big difference for me personally. And then just relatively ineffective shooting from the Plague Burst throughout the game hasn't helped a huge amount.
Yeah, they've been swinging. They have been swinging.
Yeah.
They're not normally.
No, they're good.
Really good now,
Yeah.
but they have all our previous games.
They've been good, haven't they?
They've
Yeah.
trashed every vehicle in
Yeah.
a couple of turns, and they haven't quite done it this time.
No. But yeah, we'll come back with Drukhari movement phase. So we've had the Drukhari movement phase. Lots has moved around to try and pivot. Again, we're sort of rotating the board.
We really are. It's one of those classics where we've each lost a flank, basically, and we're just trying to rush to secure the other one before the other one does. All my infantry and characters have now come out to play on this side. We're rushing in with the Succubus, rushing in with the Archon. Pivoting here to try and shore up these objectives of the Scourge. Put a banner up over here to create complications on that side.
Which is important because I took down the banner over here.
Yeah, exactly.
So now
banners is one of the ones where I need to really score high on this to keep me in it. And I'm about to just chuck a load of fire basically into the Death Shroud, hoping that I can leave myself basically just the zombies to sort out in the combat phase. And we'll see how that goes as a plan. So we're starting over here with the Dark Lance on this Raider fire into the Death Shroud. He misses. Blackheart reroll. Hits. Wounds.
For a pin save. To fail. Have I got one that's injured? I got one on 2.
Yeah, so there's a 2 there. Is that him?
Yes, that is him.
And then he'll
think.
Yeah, he'll die.
If there's any
You could reroll
value. I've got 6 CP left, which is quite a lot.
I mean, it creates problems.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you've got another one right here to shoot at him as well, right?
Yeah, there's more coming in. There's mortal wounds from the Mandrakes as well. So there's the Trueborn in the building. So there's quite a lot of shooting here to apply.
Yeah. What else are you gonna? What else am I reroll a save on though? Nothing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it.
It's as big a gun as you could possibly save. So.
No, it doesn't work.
Okay. So that will kill him with a 6 down to 5.
Yeah. So he is dead. Okay.
And the other one, the Phantasm Launcher fires 2 shots. Hits twice, needs to beat 9.
Needs to beat 9.
Doesn't.
Oh.
Doesn't.
So
They don't
close.
really work on these sorts of units, guys. And then he's not in range for Phantasm, so he'll just fire his Dark Lance. Hits. Does not wound. And I will let that be.
Okay.
And then over here, we don't have an awful lot of shooting. The Trueborn will fire all of their heavy guns into him.
Okay.
And their poison into the zombies. I need to check how many Trueborn are actually still kicking. But I know that the special guns are, so we'll do them first.
I think it's 5.
Okay, so these are hitting on 2s. Blackheart reroll. Hits. Winning on 3s. Oh, boys!
1.
Now, do I want to CP it?
You're only CP.
I might need that later, so I'm going to leave it. One
So
goes
got 1
through.
4 up in 1. So
No.
what's the damage on this one?
D6.
Okay, so.
Does
That's
it?
a 3, so
Just
does kill
does
it.
it by the skin of his teeth.
There he
There's
goes,
only
off
2
he
lads
pops.
left. So 2s. And 4s. 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Here we go. So no save, but 6 up, feel no pain. So don't ignore any. So 2 of the zombies will die.
Cool.
We'll come over and take those away in a second.
That pretty much is the guns that I have.
Okay, well in that case I'll come and do it now. Whilst you have a think about what to charge.
Yeah.
So we're back in the charge phase. Tom, where do you want to start?
I'm going to start with the Archon charging into these zombies.
Okay. He's going to make it.
Loves it on a 5.
Move that irrelevant die out of the way.
So he uses movement. Actually do yeah, why not? Get to there.
Okay.
Succubus will join in on the same pack.
Wait.
7.
That will do it as well.
She's in as well. She'll go to here. Incubi will try and join in this back.
Bit further for them.
Looks like 6. 8.
8. Oh, they're all coming over, guys.
They are coming over.
This is what happens, you see, they swarm you.
They do.
I feel like I'm very much in the Undercity right now again.
Little angry armoured bees they are. But they're currently a bit overpowered for bees. Right, okay.
Killer bees.
Now-
Murder hornets.
Murder on it. Could chuck the Trueborn in as well, just to create more targets. All that's going to happen to the Trueborn is that they're going to get killed by something if they don't, so they will join the mess. In they go into the zombies.
And they will as well.
Should be good to get them through the building. They'll come into here.
Yeah, no worries. It's a bit worrying now, guys, looking at this board. Very much pinned into this corner, and they have a very expensive blob of Blight Lords over there that aren't being able to do much. So maybe a misplay there. Not had many games yet with the list, so definitely learning still. But
Yes, we've had some very, very good games, and this list has beaten this Drukhari force in the past already. So it's an interesting one to think about what the differences were. If it goes that way, of course. Sorry, they seem to be merged together now.
they got 2 magnets on the bases there, making good friends. Okay, and what's next?
It's the big one, Lee.
It's the big one. So this is the one we already spoke about off camera that I am going to turn
Yep.
-2 against.
That makes it a 7.
That makes it a 7.
I've got a CP left, which I may need here. Yep.
Oh, so close.
Command
Makes a difference
reroll,
though.
makes a big difference. And then
Oh.
they do that, which
But
is very
you
naughty.
can't do much against that.
You can't.
You can't. This is big because it's a character,
Yeah.
and it's also going to mean that I don't hold this objective, whereas before we were contesting it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, ultimately, contesting it wouldn't score me any points anyway, but losing the character.
Yeah.
And the CP regen is a big deal for me.
So I think, having successfully made that,
Yeah.
I think the Hellions will charge this,
Okay.
just to try and ensure that
Should
it
I
has to shoot
overwatch you?
down.
I've got 5 CP left.
Completely up to you.
Can't do with blast weapons. Can't do, so just
And
give the
Hellions
6
can
shots.
fall back and charge, guys, just for anyone wondering how they've done that.
Is there any value in me doing that? I think I will, I've got the 5 CP.
Yeah, makes
so why
trouble
not?
for me.
So just in case, so I don't really like to overwatch. I think it's a bit of a useless strat, but I'm swimming in CP and I don't have many
You
units
are,
left to
you
use it
are,
on.
yeah.
So looking for 6s.
Tallyman
I get
problems.
1.
Have you rolled for one this turn?
I have, and I did get it.
All 3 this time.
All 3
Very
so
good.
far.
That's
So it is a
wound.
wound on AP 1.
Saves it on
And then,
6.
and then just on the off chance, no, the side. And I
Does
can't
the
use the
mortar-
mortar. Mortar you can't because it's blast.
You can't overwatch with the blast.
You can't overwatch the blast weapon.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
There you go.
I don't overwatch anymore, guys.
I don't think you can. I'll
As
double
you-
check in a second.
Drukhari, not much of an
Pretty sure
Overwatch
you
army.
can.
Awesome, okay.
Great. Well, let's go into the comp phase. Where do you want to start?
The Archon will make the zombies fight last.
Yeah. So
Using
then there's
HP.
no real.
So there's no rush there. So the interesting one for me is obviously the Incubi trying to kill the Tallyman.
Yeah, should we
So
start
they'll
there then?
pile in and attack the tank for all the danger that poses. And yeah, let's see if they can get themselves a tallyman. They're hitting on 3s with these. Oh no, sorry, we're now in. No, they're hitting on 2s with these. Incubi always very accurate.
It's a lot of 1s.
That is a lot of 1s. Good grief, that's 7 1s, guys.
The blessed number.
Blessed number. Wounding on 4s with the strength 5 weapons.
It's not going to do it, though. It's not going to do
They
it.
are absolutely blessed. It is AP3.
So I've got 6 up save. Which
No,
I failed.
a single solitary wound. He is
So,
still kicking.
1 3 gives me a chance.
Oh dear.
I'm not going to spend CP to interrupt because I can't.
yeah.
I would with the zombies had I been able to.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no value in doing it over here. So would you just want to go to that next?
Let's do the fun succubus because she is the
She
most.
might do it on her
She's
own.
the most fun. This is the Triptych Witch succubus, which gives her 9 attacks plus her combat drug attack. She's hitting on 2s and 6s do 2 mortal wounds.
So 2 mortal wounds.
It's so vicious.
Is it on the hit roll or the wound roll?
It's on the hit,
On the
which
hit
makes
roll,
it
even
really
better.
good. So that is 4 mortal wounds. Those don't go to the next stage. These wound on 2-ups with the poison. So she has done 6 wounds at AP2.
I got no save anyway.
Flat 2 damage, so it's making those feel no pains on 6 of them, and then seeing if you can roll a second 6. So do our 2 candidates make it? They need 1 more 6. One of them
Yay!
does! So yeah, so 5 down.
5 down.
Plus,
So,
plus
4 for mortal wounds.
Yeah.
So 4 more. So 5 so far, plus another 3. So 8 die, which isn't actually that bad.
No.
So I will pull those out now.
So yeah, second time in a row, guys, the Trueborn are actually getting their hands dirty in some melee. They've got the Archon nearby. They're hitting on 2s who are rolling their 1s. They might actually do something here.
I'm sure they might. It's a lot of hits.
Nice. Unfortunately, the zombies are
Toughness 4.
toughness 4, so these are 5s. Okay.
Not terrible.
That is 5 wounds from the Trueborn.
Yeah. So
5 feel no pain.
5 feel no pains. Can I save any of them? Save 2
Save
of them,
2.
so 3 more die. Not bad so far.
No.
And then what's going to go next?
The Incubi will now...
I'll move the way. We checked already. There's no way to pull away far enough.
Yeah, you can't really stop them activating at this
I put a
stage,
3
guys.
there. I did manage to move away so the Archon couldn't fight,
Yes.
which was good.
So the Incubi will now go in. They're hitting on 2s. Is the Archon in range? Let's have a look.
Checking.
He is in range for rerolls.
Throwing dice about.
Yeah. So these are hitting on 2s. Rerolling the 1s. And then wounding on 3s.
Big difference between that and 5s.
Okay. And where this is bad for the zombies is that these are flat 2.
Yeah.
Or do they have... They don't have disgustingly resilient, do they?
No, they have. Well, they have the 6 up feel no pain, but
That's
not
it.
normal. So first one. No, dead. Oh no, he's roll. That's for one of them.
Yeah, that's fine.
No.
Another one. There's one left now, right?
Yeah.
No. So they've taken a heroic battering.
Bye. Alright guys, so I have done my best to move in a way to score some points or deny Tom some points. What I've done is I've moved this Plague Burst to block this corridor off so these guys can't come around. These guys can fall back and charge, so I'm just having to hope to kill them in this turn. What I did do in the command phase, you'll notice there are no more guys here. I did use the befouled effluent strat and managed to get rid of those.
They're here. You see this puddle around.
That's
his
that
feet.
puddle of ooze.
That's them.
I've also moved the Blight Lords towards this squad. I just need to thin some of this out. I was very tempted to go for that objective there at the back because right now I'm holding 2 and we're contesting this one. But realistically, it's not possible that nothing from this is going to survive and end up on this objective. So it was a tough one. It was just a little far away. I would have had to advance, and I would maybe have then not got to it anyway. And then my big priority this time is to try and get rid of these 2. Just so that I can starve Tom.
There's really not a lot of Drukhari bodies left.
There's not. It's
And
just
the nature of how I played the game means his big guns are still all out there. It's just whether he can thin me out.
so I can get there in time. It's just a speed.
really
It's a
fun
classic
points game
speed
still.
game.
Really, really good.
So we are going to go into shooting. And because I'm locked in combat here, I'm just going to shoot these guys to begin with.
Okay, sure.
So I'm going to
So it'll
start.
be -1 with heavy. I don't know what the...
Death Guard don't suffer the -1 to heavy. Cause...
Bubonic Astartes don't.
Yes, we covered this before, didn't we?
Yeah. I'm seeing this misplayed a lot,
Yeah,
Death
that's
Guard
true.
players. Watch
I would have
yourself.
been one of them.
Yeah, that's okay.
So hitting on
Check those
4s.
keywords.
So makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
I would have hit with 4 and I hit with 1.
Well, was that a heavy gun?
No, it isn't. No,
so
so yeah, they
you
would have hit.
those.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's rapid
it
fire.
only
Sorry.
really matters
Yes.
for the entropy cannons.
So 3s.
So yes, 3s.
You're rolling 1s. So they do all hit. So it's 4 at -1.
Lovely. It's a 5 up now.
5 up now.
They make 1,
And
but
that's 3.
well, you already wounded 1 with that other power
I
that you
did.
did, so they're gone.
There we go. So that
Very
does get rid of
nice.
him. I don't again know how helpful that's going to be. It just merely protects this guy a little bit more. The other one then is going to shoot. He's going to do his pintle gun into these guys here.
Yep, sure.
And his side sponsons may as well go into them as well.
Sure. Yeah.
And then the mortar is going to go into these guys because that's the
Yeah,
other thing.
absolutely right. Am I going to lightning fast on them?
Have you got the CP left? You do.
I have 1. I've saved it. I am.
You're going to lightning fast
I will
it?
lightning fast it.
Okay, so I'm going to get D6 shots. That's going to be a 6.
Oh no!
Sort of.
Oh no!
Well, you'll be grateful now you did the lightning fast.
Yeah.
So looking for 3s.
4s.
4s, sorry. So
Yeah,
just
so
2.
2s.
2's all we need.
2s wounding.
Because I am
1s.
2s rerolling 1s. And they both wound.
Okay, these are 5 ups, guys.
So 5 ups. You make them. I don't think I can get you off of that. It makes
1
1.
lives.
Don't think I can do
Oh,
anything
hold
about
on.
that.
I'll just make sure it's the angles for the Blight Lords just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a shame, but it is what it is. The pintle gun will shoot into those incubi there.
Yes.
So they are looking for 3s, not rerolling 1s. And then we'll be wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s again.
Yeah. So,
And thank God for
might
plague.
even be wounding on 2s. What's contagion range now?
What turn is this? Turn 4, so it's 9 inches. So yeah, probably
I think
is.
Probably is from the tank.
So it is 3 wounds at AP1.
These are 4s. Oh no! 3 of them die. Straight off the
This
bat.
is what we're looking at, guys, just thinning it out.
That is a sad time. Incubi indeed.
And then the pintle gun, the side sponsons.
And this is really quite indulgent. Here come some huge las cannons.
Okay, so that's 2 at -4.
Right, we need 5s here, guys. We
Make 'em both.
Make them both.
Can't survive the rot hell gun. Can survive
Go
2
figure.
enormous las cannons.
Go figure.
Okay, so now I'm going to move to the Blight Lords, but I just need to go and count up some dice.
Yeah, sure.
And
think
sort
about
out.
what you want to fire,
Think about what
etc.
you want
So, point of note: the succubus is no longer shielded because they're not a squad of 3 anymore.
That is true. So now
so
they can.
you've got
shoot
choices there. It's just worth thinking about what you want
Absolutely.
to do. Yeah.
Okay then, guys. So as Tom has pointed out, the succubus is now exposed. She is Tom's warlord, so it's both for assassinate. It is 3 points plus
Real
the
good.
1.
Yeah.
So it is really important that she dies, and plus she does so much damage.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it and like where to put the shots. Maybe it's overkill, shoot everything at her. But then my real concern is what these guys can do over here, and I can't shoot the Archon, so he's going to be able to do that anyway.
Yeah.
And I can't shoot that thing over there because, as Tom said, he moved the angle so that it couldn't be possible. So I'm going to shoot everything at the succubus. I've spent 1 CP for Vermin Whispers for +1 to hit,
Yep.
and I've spent another 1 to make the bolter weapons plague weapons.
Nice.
So it gives me real ones. I need to make sure with a 4-pin Varn, you just never know what's going to happen.
You don't. You really don't.
So I will be starting with the blight launches. This is probably do it on its own now, ironically. So looking for 2s. So it did get me 1 extra hit by you doing that. Wounding on 3s.
Oh, where's Tallyman at?
Tallyman's over here.
Oh, right.
No, sorry, I mean the +1 to hit from the
Oh,
strap.
I'm an idiot. Ignore me. I'm so used to Tollkeeper.
Yes, I do have Tollkeeper. It's complete waste in this game.
Yeah, he didn't go with them this
No.
time. Right, how many was that?
3.
So 3 on the succubus. Fails them all and
Instantly
dies.
dead. Just like I said would happen.
Shredded.
Great use of 2 CP.
Absolutely shredded. That is 4 points.
But it is 4 points.
Yep.
And then, yeah, I'll have to have a think if I want to try and charge anything, but we'll come back with that.
Okay.
Okay, so charge phase, and I'm going to do something that may be really stupid, but I'm going to try and charge this Plague Burst Caller into the Archon here. Just about fits with the gap. It's a 7 to make it in, and my idea being that if I can get there, I don't suspect the Archon will have enough to kill it in 1 turn. And also then it blocks this off so that then I can hold the objective and Tom can't hold the objective
right, yeah.
for a turn. So that could be big as well. So let's see it.
Where are we going to start?
We're going to start here with the tank. So let's see that 7. I do roll an 8.
It's the blessed number +1.
So I am just going to quickly hop him over.
Fantastic.
And therefore block you from being able to get to that objective.
Nice.
I'm also going to try and charge the Blight Lord Terminators.
Lovely.
Over here, we did measure it out already. It's a 10.
Yes.
They're going to come into these two.
Here we go, into the poor incubi. No.
No, is that... I've still got the 5 CP.
Then use it. If you've got 5,
Use it, exactly.
go for it.
No. Okay, well, I used it. It didn't work.
It was well worth it. If it did
But we will start over here. So I have 4 attacks. I might just go straight into it because
yes.
there's not much of a fight.
Well, no, you're going to fight last.
I'm going to fight last
The
anyway.
Archon's a dick.
Don't even get to do that.
So, 7
That's
attacks.
fine.
Does he take a mortal wound for using his magic sword? No. Here
How
we go.
did that even balance? That was magic.
I have no
right
idea how
there.
it found that little gap
Yeah,
in the
it
rock
really
there.
did.
2 to hit. Okie dokie, all hit.
All hit.
Now he's winning
Toughness
on
8.
he's winning on 5s with the Jin Blade, but he's not re-rolling or anything else like that. My favourite Archon is still the Hatred Eternal re-rolling wounds and hits Archon.
Mm-hmm.
This fight last nonsense is just a necessary evil. Here we go. He does
2.
2 at AP lot, so on your invuln.
So 5 pinball saves.
No, so
So-
that is 4 damage.
So it takes 4. So I'm down to 8.
Yes.
No, it took 1 already.
I
So
think
I'm
the
down to
Hellions
7.
did 1, so he's on 7. You've just
7.
got to hope he doesn't get him on the second go. I don't think he can.
Does it
Seems
go
like
to
a
me
bit-
now to fight, or do you
It's
fight
you,
twice?
it's you now, he fights at the very end. The
Okay,
Archon.
so I'm still over half, so still get my full 4 attacks.
Yes.
None of them hit. Cool. Now you can go again.
Cool, so the Archon goes again. Does he take a mortal wound for using the sword? Yes. If you ask twice, that's a bit greedy, mate. That's what he's saying. So he's putting him down to 4 wounds. So hitting on 2s. Oh,
my
no,
word.
the sword is like, nope, I don't like this at all.
I'm overused.
I'm overused, overworked, underpaid. Nothing.
Nothing.
Very good.
Okay, well, all
That's
in
a
all,
really
I'm
good
happy
play.
with that exchange.
That's a really good play.
So we will see where that takes us into Tom's turn 4 now. And
Yes.
The game is very tight. It
It
feels.
is
I don't know about you. I am
extremely-
tense about this.
Extremely
Yeah.
tight, yeah.
But no, it's been really good, and we'll see how we go on into turn 4. Okay, Tom. End of movement for Drukhari.
Cool. So we've got a few problems. Lee's tank is a really nice play because I now have to shift that to get her the prey. So there's a bit of work needs doing. I'm hoping I might be able to get a long bomb into the Tallyman, but I'm not holding my breath with the Archon. And the Trueborn have come over here to shoot and charge the tank if necessary to get onto the objective. So what we will do
Oh no, that was the Archon.
is open up with some shooting. Trueborn will fire all of their weapons into the tank.
Yeah.
Rerolling the 1 because of the Archon. All hit. Wounding on 4s. All wound on your invuln.
So 5
Oh, sorry,
up.
Dark Lance first.
So 5 up. Failed.
Okay, that does 5 damage down to 4.
So
3
4.
left.
And I
So
pass
1.
1.
Blaster does 4 damage and kills it.
Should I make it auto explode?
I don't see how it hurts.
It is 2 CP, but it does then just do D3 to you. So I will do that.
Go for it.
So D3 to these guys.
Yep.
It's just the 1.
Dead Cabalite.
And on the Archon, it's 1 as
Single
well.
wound as well.
Oops, alright.
Cool. I don't think there's really any other shooting of import for me. The raiders down here will just fire their Dark Lances at the Blight Lords on the off chance they manage to do anything.
Yeah.
So, crocked 1 hitting on 4s, hits, and wounds.
And saved.
Okay. Non-crocked 1 hits, does not wound. Okay. And then it's charges.
It's quite a quick turn, this one.
And
Obviously,
8.
I am going to spend the CP again to make you -2.
8, so I need 10.
Oh!
So
So
close,
close.
but he's out. Okay, very, very good.
Wow.
And that, I think, is my turn.
Great.
So it's a 4 herd the prey.
Yes, so that was good.
It is not grind them down, you get grind them down.
I'll get ground down.
I had 3 for my banners,
Yep.
and that is the end of my turn.
Alright, we are at the death of the game here, so we're just going to run through quite quickly. There's still some important things to happen, don't get me wrong. The game is very, very poised. I spent a lot of time thinking about what I'm going to do. First and foremost, I needed to try and consolidate the opportunity to stop Tom scoring 15 points. Obviously, he went second, so he
Yep.
can move and have his whole turn before potentially scoring those points. So what I've done is I've moved those Terminators back just to sit on that objective with the Foul Blight Spawn, just in case I got lucky with Dark Lance and shot it off the board. That takes me out of range of shooting anything over here. So what I've done is I've spent 1 CP to make the Bolters a plague weapon. And then I've spent 1 CP on Overwhelming Generosity to make it +6 inches, so they've got a 30-inch range.
That's right.
That means I can shoot at these guys, which is going to be important, I think. when it comes to denying Tom the opportunity to move things around.
Yep.
Then I've got this guy here who can shoot potentially at these ones, and this guy.
Yeah.
And
It's
that's,
time to see what
there's
happens.
not going to be much other shooting,
No.
so we may as well just get to it.
But it's very big.
I would love to kill this Archon. It has a 2-up invuln at the moment.
It's all about how that field decides to roll, as it often is.
Exactly.
Without a doubt. Could go any number of ways. Let me know if you need more dice.
So I'm going to start with the Terminators.
Cool.
And they're going to shoot into these guys here. So I'll start with the Blight Launchers.
Lovely.
You know what? I'll spend my final CP for +1 to hit as well.
Go for it.
So I'm hitting on 2s.
Nice.
And then I will be wounding on 2s. Go strength 6.
Yep.
And they are Plague, so there
That
you
is
go.
4 wounds.
4 minus 2, 2 damage each.
They save 2 and 2 die.
So 4 bolters. 1, 2, 3. 2 more dice. Those ones there will do. And then these ones will be hitting on 2s.
Wounding on. It'll be wounding on 2s as well. I
It
imagine I'm in
will.
contagion range. Nice.
So I only see the 1 miss there.
Yep, I think that's right.
And then I will be, again, wounding on 2s. And I will be rerolling 1s because they are Plague now. Thanks
You
for that
will. You
scratch.
absolutely will.
And that is
That's
just
good.
a few. Otherwise, very good roll. So what you've got there is
Loads.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15. No AP.
15 3-ups for the cover. I will roll until the ones in cover are dead.
Of course,
Let's
yeah.
see. So one of them is dead. How many are left?
And there's
Just
2 in
2.
cover.
So now they're all gone.
They're all gone.
Not the best effort from the Trueborn. Okay.
But that is good. So now I'm just going to have a think about what I'm going to do with this tank.
Yes.
Because I feel like that's going to be important. Right, guys. This is really the moment that defines the game, I think. I've been through all the permutations, and basically what it comes down to is the only way to sort of seal a potential win is to kill this Archon. Otherwise, dependent, it can still go either way, but that's the best way. Obviously, it has that 2-up invuln, which I hate. So I'm going to just have to try and get through it as best I can. So I'm going to start with the little gun into him. I'm going to do the side guns into him as well, and I am going to do the mortar over here just to force Tom, if he wants to hold that objective, to have to move that way.
Yeah.
So I just have to really pray that these go through, or at least one fails the invuln save. So
That's 3 hits.
3 hits, and we'll be winning on.
You'll be wounding on 2s. You're rolling 1s. He's in contagion range.
Yeah. So there you go. So you've got 3 wounds. Can you roll a 1? There it is.
So that puts him on 1 wound left. Normal armor save. Ooh.
Have to check.
Don't think that will
It's at
make it.
-1.
Yeah, at -1, I think that kills him. So
Oh
I
my
think he's
goodness,
gone.
that
Very,
is a
very
huge
big
moment in the game. I've never seen you roll a 1 so early on before.
No,
in that.
not on
Normally
that.
he seems to
No,
survive.
that's a real shame. Okay, and then the mortar on the skirt. 4 shots.
4. Can we get dice there? 3s.
3 hits. 2s are only 1s.
That should do him, I reckon.
3 wounds. Yeah, he's gone. Okay.
So that was a huge
Big
turn,
moment.
and will be the end of my turn, and therefore my involvement in this game as an active player. So we will come back with Drukhari's turn 5, and remember they do score their primary at the end of the turn, which is big.
Lovely.
Alright guys, so we have had, again it's a summary because sort of there's not much doing now in the game. So this is turn 5 and it's the end of turn 5 now really. We haven't done much in Tom's turn just because there was nothing of consequence to do. So what we worked out was that regardless of what happened, there was no way to score enough points to actually get the win back. And it's really down to that huge swing, just getting that Archon very, very luckily at the end there. Shouldn't have gone through as easy as it did at that point.
Well, it's a 1 in 6. It's just
a 1
the
in
way
6.
it goes.
But yes, so obviously we'll flash up the final scores for you. You can have a look. A narrow win for the Death Guard, but you can see how it's sort of broken out by the secondaries. But Tom and I will be back for a little bit of post-game analysis now, where we can talk about what we thought we did well, what we thought didn't do well, and any major talking points. Well, guys, there we have it. What a game! I don't know about you, but I was stressed.
It was tough.
Not
Very,
because
very
it was,
tough.
You know, it wasn't tense or anything like that, but it was just there were so many permutations
There were.
that could have made differences throughout the game. And,
Absolutely.
sort of that last turn being so big.
Yes.
And
it literally went down to the final turn, which is what you want, but it's also stressful.
It is. We were actually talking off camera to sort of, we went through all the different permutations of what could happen.
Yeah.
And honestly, there are about 4 or 5 different variables.
Yes.
And that didn't even account for dice rolling.
No.
What could have happened if we were able to achieve those secondaries
Absolutely.
and primaries.
Yeah, all the secondaries still very much in the mix.
Really,
Yeah,
really close.
Really close.
Do you have any standout moments from the game that you particularly enjoyed? Or didn't
I
enjoy?
enjoyed. Let's think. I was enjoying the mortal wound spike and killing your Terminators with the witches and stuff. That was quite fun.
The bounce back was great.
The bounce back was cool. I was a bit sad my little sort of kills herself and explodes succubus didn't quite work, but she did do she did a job. She did some mortal wounds.
She sort of did it. But
so that was a bit of a shame. What were good moments? Yeah, sort of bundling on the Tallyman, bundling on the who was the other?
The other one was the Plaguecaster.
The Plaguecaster, that was good fun. The Plaguecaster's my nemesis, so I was pleased.
He does so many mortal wounds.
Pleased to pick him up.
From my side, I think my favourite parts, obviously killing the Archon.
Yes.
I've played Tom so many times and never killed the Archon.
The Archon's an absolute pain in the
It was
ass.
quite satisfying. And then just being able to like combine some of those different strats to get more out of it.
Yes.
So I really like making bolt weapons plague and then extended range, for instance. That was big
really
in
good.
that game, just lock down that corner.
Yep.
Also, using the Plague Skull, I normally love that.
Yes.
Didn't do so much today. But I'm still going to keep it in the list, I think. So
Disease effluence was once again
disease
hugely
effluence,
important.
We didn't actually film that. That was when, was it Incubi down here?
Yes, it was melting the Incubi and testing the
phase.
objective. That was massive.
So it took it off of you and also meant that I didn't have to deal with them in any other way.
Yeah.
And there aren't many times when you can be sort of in ongoing combat with a Death Guard character.
No.
But when it does happen, 2d3 mortal wounds on 2+, for 1 CP. I mean,
it's when you're an army that needs to keep moving and needs to be able to keep playing the mission. I think Death Guard have a lot of ways to affect primary through zombies or through mortals, and all really important against
that's the thing, they participate in sort of 4 phases, because they can do quite a lot of mortals in the command phase.
That's exactly right, yeah, so that gives them some real nice tricks.
As you look back at the game now, I don't know about you, I certainly have some things I wish I had done differently.
100%, yeah, I can never quite work it out. I think it felt like at moments in the early stage it was yours for the taking, and then in the late to mid I felt like I was looking quite good, and I don't think I pressed the advantage in the right ways at the end, but that's how it goes.
For me, I said to Tom off camera that maybe putting the Blight Lords into one corner, bit of a mistake, just because they're so slow. But they did lock down a quarter on their own, so hard to sort of get how tangible that is. But the big one for me was getting a bit overzealous with that Warp Ritual at the beginning.
Yes.
I don't know why in my head I thought the Demon Prince, with its ignoring AP 1 and 2, toughness 7, 2-up save, 5 invite, I thought it would survive more than it did. And I mean, I was lucky to survive the 1 turn, to be totally honest with you.
Well, yeah, so I undercommitted there, I think. Drukhari can kill hard targets of any nature.
Yeah.
But I didn't send enough. I wanted the cinematic of the 60-point succubus taking the 180-point Demon Prince out. Didn't get it. So.
No, not this time. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the battle, watching it as much as we enjoyed playing it.
Yeah, really, really good game.
And we hope to see you again next time for the next video. Cheers, guys.
Thank you.